strong, we are one, we are Rabid, we are the collective. DOGEW to the end of Uncharted Universe.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome. I don't know about the DOGEW stuff, but I did put a rig on it. But let's do a quick roll call, kind of talk about it, and see what everyone's up to. Who do we got in the house here? Rabid the Borg. Yeah. Sweet, another live stream. Welcome, Skirm. Dan Rugs Doge. So perfect topic for the name. I thought you were supposed to rename yourself, Dan, to Dan Rugs Caspa. As you know, Caspa recently had a Discord hack, and we'll see what happens from that. Anyway, Squirrel Master, what's going on? Welcome. Jason, what's going on? Oh, Jason the Tiger Osborne, not just Jason. There's a lot more to that name. We make sure we get the whole thing there. Automatic Beats, XRP the GOAT. Best YouTube, what's going on? Uh-oh, here we go. Budweiser. Awesome. Let that ring out a little bit there. Hopefully my button didn't stick. Ninja Kid, what is happening? Tech Man's in the house. What's going on? Curtis Markham, Chadwick's Racing. Okay. Oh, Crazy's here. We got John English Tech. And it jumped on me. So hopefully I did get everyone. It looks like Serpent X and the viewers just joined. So welcome, Serpent X, and everyone else that's following in from there. Chris Hanley, what's going on? Zach Abley, the EVGA FTW. What's going on, EVGA? What are you up to? How you been? What are you doing? So how's everyone doing today? So recently I did throw one Apollo miner onto DOGEW. I don't even know why. I just did because, why not? I took my most efficient one, the Apollo SE, and I moved in the ETH hash algorithm, swapped that over to Dogecoin because you remember we kind of looked into this a little bit about Doge. Wow. So looking at everything, it does look like the only reason I'm really doing this right now is the top 100 addresses on the Dogecoin blockchain will reallocate on the fork chain. So you are going to get an airdrop. The way it looks right now, there's only 60 people on their testnet. So there's still 40 more miners that have a chance to get this free airdrop when it goes. So that's my main reason why I put a rig onto the testnet, is to get some free DOGEW with an airdrop. So I don't know how much you're going to get. I don't know if you're going to get the coins that you mine, if it's just going to be like a token distribution based on the total. Going through this, it does also say partially reallocated DOGEW will also be airdropped to everyone that's currently mining ETF as well, or FF active addresses. So if you're mining ETF, you're going to get some of this DOGEW and so on. So regardless, I don't know how much I'm going to get or how it's going to even work, but I did point a miner there. In order to do that, you need any Ethereum address that supports, I guess, FW, FETF, and so on, because they implemented it so fast. So MetaMask is obviously the easy one. I didn't even set up the ETF chain on my MetaMask. I just used my straight up Ethereum address, didn't set none of the chain stuff because they're all the same address. Once everything goes through, all you got to do is add in the RPC and everything, and you will see all your tokens. If you did that with ETH Power or ETH Proof of Work or whatever they want to call themselves now, not the ETF, but the other one, it's the same thing. It'll just read your address. All your coins will be there to be distributed once you eventually add the network. So that's all I did. I just smashed out my MetaMask Ethereum address, put that in, and began mining. So let's just have a quick look. What does it look like right now? So here is my current dashboard. I'm at 209 mega hash. Average here so far is 270. I just put it on this morning. And if I come into, it's saying I have like 1,600 total paid already. So I don't know, like there's nobody mining it, right? So there's no difficulty, like there's no hash rate and so on. I have 10 immature. We look at the miners. We're currently at 61 miners. There's 61 miners. So that means 39 more miners will be eligible. The total hash rate is 82 gigahash. We can see the top miners here. We have some guys at 9.6 gigahash all the way down. And then where's mine? I should be highlighted. Am I not even here? I'm up in here. Earlier it had me marked in yellow what my address was, but now I don't see it. So I don't know. I think I'm this guy right here. That looks like my address, X45. No, I'm X93DC. I'm just going to jump back in here and just kind of have a look. What's my hash rate at again? 2 something. X93, 2 something. Where's the hash rate at 2 something? X93, X93. I don't see any X93. Oh man, they kicked me off the network already. What? No, I'm just kidding. I'm here somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's not that important really. I just thought I'd try it out and see how it goes. And if I go to my payouts, oh, it looks like I am getting payouts. 103, 408, 143, 315, 228, 244, 175. So we're rocking in the DOGEW. No, when it gets listed, what will the price be? No idea. Another thing you got to keep in the back of your mind, this is not Dogecoin. It's a fork. It doesn't matter what it is called. This is not Dogecoin. So you got to realize that I am not mining Dogecoin. This is DOGEW, a totally different coin altogether, no matter how close the name is. So a few things to keep in mind. Are all script miners capable of mining DOGEW? No, that's the thing. This is Ethereum. It's on Ethash. This is going to be on the Ethash algorithm. It's not on script. So they're also eliminating the Litecoin. Obviously, it makes sense because they're moving to Ethereum algorithm. So that's why the new Apollos, the ETH versions, the ETH versions can only mine it as well. Well, and GPUs can mine it. But you got to have enough. I don't know what the DAG size is. I didn't even look to see when it loaded the DAG to have an idea of what they're running the DAG at. So that might be something I have to look into as well. But yeah, it's on Ethash. So you will need an Ethash capable miner. I don't know if Jazz miners or anything can do it because, again, it depends on the DAG size. I don't know what it's at. I didn't even look. That's something I should have checked out. Can you mine? Yes, you can mine DOGEW with GPUs. If we actually come onto the pool right here and we just go to help, I guess. We'll go to help. And you can't really see that. It's so small. So small. But here's T-Rex. Like, here's the stratum and everything. I'll just put this down for you guys. You guys can check out this website if it's something you want to do. I'll copy this, link it in here. It's not a scam. I got it right from the website. So that's exactly where it is. It tells you the stratum and everything to use. It's stratum plus TCP // stratum.dogewow.club with port 8008. And then for your address and everything, you just use an Ethereum address, most likely MetaMask. I tried looking into the ledger and I couldn't find like FPOW and stuff on the ledger. So I don't know if they'll implement this DOGEW or not. I guess it depends on trading volume and people's demand. But that's why I went with MetaMask. I don't really like MetaMask, but it was just the easiest way to do it. I just copied my address, pasted it in here. It's mining away. And eventually I'll just add the whole ETF chain in it when I need to, but for now, I'm just leaving it as is. And you can also obviously Team RabidMiner, you can get in there as well on that. So yeah, cool, good stuff. Get an airdrop, free coins, dump it, whatever, it doesn't matter, but trying to get in that airdrop. What miner is supported? Well, it depends. If you're running GPUs, obviously Team RabidMiner for AMD or T-Rex miner for your NVIDIA GPUs. It's exactly the same as mining Ethereum because it's that Ethash algorithm. So that's all that is there for it. I'll do a how-to if you guys want. Sounds like some people were asking me the other day. And in this case, when it comes to Apollos, you just got to pick the little, you know what? I'll just jump into my Apollo and find it for you guys. We'll do that. If you guys have an Apollo, I'll just show you how to do that. So I just got to go into I don't know which IP it is. So I got to go into my router here for a second. So I'm doing this on the side so you guys can't see all my IP addresses and hack me and take all my crypto that I don't have. And hopefully I just find the correct miner. Let's try this one. Let's see if this one's right or not. Copy. Let's come into here, paste that in. Is this the correct one? I don't even know if it is or not. Let's see. Oh yeah, V1 Mini SE. Perfect. Nailed it. First try. So this is the V1 Mini SE. And as you can see, it's mining. So if I go into miner configuration, you can see stratum. Can I zoom in here? Maybe you guys can see this a little better. You guys can't see that. How about this one? Yeah, you can kind of see it. So here's stratum.dogewow.club /8008. And obviously up here, if you're on the Apollos, you do have to have a version that can mine Ethash as well as ETC hash. Not ETC hash won't work. So that's your mini classics, the 3.6 gigabyte versions. They only say ETC hash. That is the wrong algorithm here. You're going to have to swap it into the Ethash algorithm for FW, ETF, ETC, ZIL, QKC, CLO, and then obviously ETC hash does its ETC hash thing. And if he also says it needed the latest firmware, which I'm rocking as well. 0.80.115. So that is the latest firmware currently. And you can also find that on my website, which I'll point you guys to right quick as well here. So let's get that out of the way, showing how you guys can get all up to date. If you are using Apollo miners, you might not be, I don't know. But where is my crypto mining hardware? Open that in a new link. Let that engage. My streaming is taking all my bandwidth. We're going to click on ASICs here. And then right here, this will take you to the latest firmware for both Apollos as well as Jazz Miners. Now, Jazz Miner hasn't updated for quite some time, but if it ever does, it will be there. But here is the link to my website for ASIC miners for the firmware and stuff if you want that. But yeah, there we go. DOGEW to the moon. It almost sounds like I'm saying like George W. Bush or something. It kind of has a ring like that to it. Crap coins make the world go round. Yes, they do. Hey, this is 100 and this is probably like 300% spec mining. Not even 100%. It's way above that. This is so far out there in spec mining land that we have no idea what this thing is going to do. Probably absolutely nothing. But if it does something, hey, you know what? We can sell and capitalize on it. It's early. Very, very early right now. It's a freaking test net still. So there we go. I sold 1K Flux for $1, but now it's less than 70 cents. That's true. So you're winning. So technically you can buy back in and have a lot more Flux. I should have waited a little longer. I knew it was going to come down. I didn't know it would go back down to these levels. But guys, this is 2023. This is not a bull run in any way, shape, or form. Keep that in the back of your mind. We're going to see crypto go up yet again this year. And we're going to see people screaming bull run. 500,000 Bitcoin by October. It's going to be insane. People, as soon as there's a little bit of green for more than like 2 days, yeah, forget 2 days. You know, if there's green for more than an hour, people are screaming bull run. This is 2023. We're not in a bull run. Crypto's going to go up. Crypto's going to go down. It's going to be some fast moving. I really feel 2023 is the year for the crypto traders. So if you're good at reading charts, you know, power to you. You're going to make yourself a lot more crypto for that bull run. I fail at it. But if I see something massively pump, most likely it's going down again. So I will be selling tokens off and on just based on huge pumps if I have that token. But that's just kind of the way I'm writing this whole year off. There's no bull run happening in 2023. They should have called it Aladdin coin because that rug is going to fly out of the... That's true. This is Justin Sun we're talking about, guys. Usually there's bad stuff happening. At the same time, you know, he makes a lot of money somehow. So, you know, obviously if he's forking all his own coins and then selling it all and rug pulling, it makes sense why he's making all this money. Another thing, have you guys heard about TP-Link ASICs? TP-Link, yes, the router manufacturer. Now, a few days ago, the news dropped about the Bitcoin ASIC. Now, everyone screams scam all across Reddit, all across my Discord, probably everyone else's Discord. Scam, it's not legit, it's not listed. So I don't think the Bitcoin one is real, but there may be a Cadena and a Doge one, and they look pretty unreal. Have you guys heard about this? The Cadena TP-Link as well as the Dogecoin on their link. So I did send an email to TP-Link. I also sent one to the TPC ASIC website. I want to see if there's two stories collide, and I want to know if TP-Link can confirm this is part of there. So far, nothing is confirmed. I'm waiting to see if they even reply to me in the first place. But once I do hear back from them, I will definitely let you guys know ASAP. But I'm waiting for that. I'm trying to find out if these things are real. But if they are, oh my gosh. Not only is Gold Shell getting dominated by Bitmain and the KA3s, the K7s, you know, the L7s and so on, they're now getting beat out by frickin' TP-Link, a router company, are making the second best ASIC GPUs out there right now. In terms of efficiency, they are the best. Well, underneath Bitmain, obviously, but this is crazy to think about. Like, I did a bunch of numbers this morning. I was looking at it. I was like, this is absolutely crazy. If these things are real, Gold Shell, no one's going to be buying your crap anymore. You really got to step up your game because you guys are done. Just saying. Anyway, look at this. So it's $1,370 for the Cadena one. Now the Doge one, which we'll look at in a minute, is only like $500. The same as the Doge 2, and it's way better. But here is this. Look at this. 31.2 terahash at 1200 watts. This thing is better than the new IBM Link. I'm not even lying. Look at the hash to watt ratio on this. Let's jump on this. Bam, 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 bam. Where's the right button? I'm excited. This is awesome. I can't find the right button. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys. Where is it? All right. So here we are. I just did some rough numbers on the Cadena one because I wasn't sure, but I did a whole bunch of breakdowns of the Doge one. But look at this. Here is the current BMK3. It's 3,300 watts. And when I went through that video before, in order for them to hit 70 terahash, in order to compete the same efficiency, they need to do it at 1,330 watts for the same 30 terahash for its KA3. Now, regardless, I did the hash to watt ratios here. And the BMK3 on hash rate mode is 2.121 gigahash per watt. That means for every watt of power you're using, you're getting 2.12 gigahash worth of Cadena hash rate. And in low power mode, you're getting 2.5 gigahash per watt used. Now with the TP-Link coming in at 31.2 terahash and 1200 watts, that is 2.6 gigahash per watt, better than both modes of the BMK3. That is insane to think about. They are beating the competition in all the Cadena miners minus the KA3. Now let's take a look at Doge. I had to make a new tab for this because I was like, what the heck? Is this real? So I put down a bunch of different ASIC miners together here. Let's see if I can find the proper screen. Oh no, don't tell me none of them want to work. Okay, I guess we'll have to look at this. Can you guys see this? I might have to make a new one and just kind of adjust it for you guys. So I'm going to adjust this one so we can get a better look-see here. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Let me just see. So I need chart 2. There we go, chart 2. Let's engage, zoom in. Come on, chart 2. There we go. Let's look at this right here. So I got the L7, all the models. I got the TP-Link. This is all set in mega hash to watt. And obviously the L7 is king. I got it also set for hash per 30 amps. So if you were to build a farm out of these, how much hash rate could you get based on filling up at 80% of 5,700 watts worth of this hash rate, you know, based on its efficiency? We can see the L7 is obviously king, but look at above this thing. The mini Doge, before I even go to that, we have to actually look at the specs of this thing. Oh my gosh, I'm jumping right to the gun without even showing you. Look at the D11 Doge miner. Now, not only is this a Doge miner, this thing is a freaking router for your internet. So it has more utility than just a basic ASIC miner, which for $570 and the second best version in terms of efficiency for Dogecoin, this thing is insane. So look at this. So we got a TP-Link D11 Doge miner script algorithm, 610 megahash at 400 watts. The Doge 2 based on it on hash rate mode is 400 watts and not even touching 600 megahash. It's like 4 something. So that's crazy already right out of the get-go. PSU is included. It's for Doge and Litecoin. Voltage 100 or 120 volt or 240 volt because it is only 400 watts. Temperatures 5 to 30. And then on top of that, this thing is a freaking router for all sorts of things. Where is it? Does it have all the specs on the routing stuff? Or is this only a Doge? Oh, maybe this isn't even maybe this one's not a router, but the TP-Link is. I'm gonna have to look at them both now. The Doge version might not be a router unless it's still new and they're not releasing it yet or talking about it. But you can see this one has all your bandwidths and quad bands and whatever, dual 5 gigahertz bands, all the write-up based on it for the Cadena miner. But I'm not seeing all that for the Doge. So it might just straight up be a Doge miner but it's hashtag router as well. So I don't know. They still need some more information. It might not even be, you know, done yet and they still got to do the write-up. It might just be, you know, this is coming soon. Regardless, based on its numbers now, let's look how this thing could actually perform. And even if it was only a miner, it's still great. So here we have the mega hash to watt ratio. So everything broken down to efficiency based on the mega hash. And here we can see the 9.5 gigahash is 2.773, which means for every 1 watt of power with the L7 9.5 gigahash, you're getting 2.773 megahash per watt used. That's insane. Now let's come down here to actually TP-Link because we know nothing's currently touching the L7s yet. Later on this year, we might see some things drop in that are better than the L7. But right now, look at the TP-Link router. 1.525 megahash per watt on this thing. The mini Doge 2 in low power mode is 1.28. The LT Lite is 1.117. We got the Mini Doge 2 in hash rate mode is 1.05. We got the X6S Low. Now, I don't know. A lot of people have been talking about this X6S lately. This thing is kind of a crappy miner. It's a little better than an L3 Plus, you know, to put it lightly. So we got the X6S here. The low power mode is 1.01 mega hash per watt. The X6S in medium mode is 0.928. And the X6S in high hash rate mode is 0.79. And here we can see the L3 Plus coming in, 504 mega hash at 660 watts, 0.763. Now to put the efficiencies into a perspective, if you were to try to build a farm at home, remember, it's all about efficiencies. You know, yes, some are a lot higher in price, but you know, you run to the point you're like, oh, I'm powered out. I'm out of power. I'm doing this because you just tried to get your hands on everything you can and never really thought about efficiency. Now, here's where efficiency really matters. You might not be powered out if you got the most efficient miner. So 5,700 watts is what you have to play with. So you have a single 30 amp, 240 volt, and you want to build a script mining farm on limited power. Obviously, the L7 is the best bet. For 5,700 watts, you could fit 15.8 gigahash on your 30 amp circuit. For the 9.3 version, you can fit 15.4 gigahash. The 9.16, you can fit 15.2. All of them are over 15 gigahash. Moving on to the TP router, you could legitly build a freaking router farm if this turns into be a router and get 8.6 gigahash for 5,700 watts, loading your network up with freaking TP Link routers. Yeah, I think you have enough plugs to cover the rest of your rigs if you're running, you know, CPU rigs or something at this point. The Mini Doge 2 in low power mode, you will fit 7.2 gigahash on your network or on your circuit. The LT Lite would only net you about 6.3 gigahash. The Mini Doge 2 in hash rate mode would be 5.9. And then the X6S is coming down 5.7, 5.2, 4.5. And then if you were to load up your circuit with an L3 Plus farm, you would only utilize you'd only get 4.3 gigahash using 5,700 watts. So you can see, you know, where efficiency definitely matters. So getting more efficient equipment allows for more hash rate on your select network. And that means less costs for improving your electricity and things like that. Or some of you guys, you may be like me, where it's just going to be way too expensive to upgrade my power or panel because everything's underground and it's just not worth it. But that's crazy. Like I said, I don't know if this thing is real. I don't know if it's legit yet. I'm waiting for both companies to get back to me. But this thing is beating all the competition, subtracting Bitmain from this. So that's huge. That's a big deal. And it's actually decently priced, actually about the same price as the freaking Mini Doge 2. That's insane to think about. A router company could be beating out established ASIC companies, home miners. That's crazy to think about. Isn't that insane? Might be real though. It might be. That's what I said. I'm trying to contact them. I'm waiting for them to reply to me. They haven't done it yet. I just sent out the emails this morning. I just seen this not too long ago. But I do find that interesting that this TP Link ASIC 2 or 3 days ago, the Bitcoin miner was released and everyone was crying scam. But going onto this website, that Bitcoin miner is not on this website. So the Bitcoin miner does look like a scam. I don't know where that thing came from. I never really followed up on it. But now that I, seen these things come into light, I'm like, what's going on? And this is actually posted in Tom's Hardware, which I tried looking at before about things. But let's just have a look here. Oh, that was a Leo I was looking at. Where's my main? Oh, I can't even. I'm hitting all my buttons. So let's look at TP Link router, or router miner or something. Router miner. Let's do that. Router miner. Tom's Hardware right here. Look at this. Tom's Hardware has this thing listed. So they obviously do a lot of research and background check. I don't think they just throw out a scam thing. But new Wi-Fi 7 crypto mining TP Link ASIC router scam. Oh, router scam. This one's a router scam. Is this the BTC one? To mine faster than a 4090. This might be the BTC one, or is this the real one? This one says scam. So maybe this thing's not legit at all, guys. This is claiming scam. We got to figure out which version this is. ASIC modem, router, sports, Wi-Fi connecting, 1440, 1220. This is the Cadena one. This thing's a huge scam. The whole thing is a scam. I think we figured it out. It is not legit at all. They're claiming scam, guys. None of these are real. I think. I don't know. Which one is this? TP-Link ASIC announced. NTEC said ASIC miner road that supports Wi-Fi. ASIC specs 1440 rotor at 1200 watts. That's the Cadena one. That's the Cadena one. Crypto hardware scams we've seen in the past. NXT claims as Wi-Fi router. I think these are all scams, guys, so be very careful. Yes, the Cadena one right here. That's the one. The manufacturer labeled the NX31 for Cadena KDA, so support for other cryptocurrency is unknown and unlikely. It claims to outperform cheaper ASIC miners such as the Canaan Avalon A9 20 terahash, but it lags behind Intel's Bonanza Mine ASICs. The problem is we're looking at Apple's SHA-256 and Orange's Cadena mining. The selling point for the NX30, is this the NX31? Let's take a look. Yes, that's the NX31. So according to the Tom's Hardware, this is a scam, guys. Do not buy it. Crazy. Okay, good thing we found that article. This thing is looking like a scam. So it's going to be interesting to see how the emails come back. I want these guys. I got to email these guys right now again and say, hey, hurry up. I want to know if you guys are real because I want to buy like 10 of them, see what they say or something. Pre-order it. Yeah, everyone hit the pre-order button because, it's legit. All right, so this is definitely looking like a scam. Be very careful. I got to go look on the Twitter because I seen a bunch of other people saying, check out this new miner. And it looks like it's not really there. So be very careful. Awesome. What do we got here? Max voltage, TP-Link ASIC scams. Yes, check these out. It is legitly a scam according to Tom's Hardware. Pre-order it. Hey, let's look at that actually. What are they saying? Can you pre-order it? You got to sign in first. Can I just add to cart? Add to cart. TP-Link menu. Oh, what do they got here? They got ASIC, Doge miner, Litecoin. They got a Doge and Litecoin miner in separate categories. They got a script one for itself too. Okay, wait, let's see what it says for script. Okay, script comes up as the D11. Okay. Now let's go into.
Now I have 10 more pages of math.
Oh dear.
I have no idea what's going on.
Search products. What else can we find here? Let's go to script. Did I click on script? Yeah, I'm on script. Let's go to Litecoin miner. Same thing. Doge miner. Same thing. Why do they have so many different categories? ASIC. Well, they got an ASIC. They got the two here. So what happened to that Bitcoin one? Let's look that one up. Let's look up the TP-Link Bitcoin miner because that's not even listed there. Is that a different scam? Let's have a look. TP-Link BTC ASIC. All right, let's see what pops up. TP-Link announces launch of ASIC mining router access wire. What is this? Am I getting hacked right now from clicking on access wire? So the TP-Link ASIC announces launch of ASIC mining router. This is all NX31 still. That's the Cadena one. Where's the BTC one that was popping up everywhere 2 days ago? I want to know if that's the same company or something else. What is ASIC for Bitcoin? TP-Link ASIC launches powerful Dogecoin Litecoin. Announces NX31 crypto. TP-Link ASIC launch ASIC. The Bitcoin one is nowhere to be found anymore. You guys heard about that one though, right? You guys heard about the Bitcoin one? I already emailed your rep. Pre-order. Trying to look legit. Go down further. Go down further where? In the search? TP-Link Zeus mining reviews. Maybe we need a second page. Second page. Launches at NX31. TP launches groundbreaking NX31. There's nothing of what that Bitcoin one just vanished. Shop ASIC mining machines. I don't know. I don't know what happened to it, but the Bitcoin one was all over the place the other day. It's definitely in Discord somewhere. I just don't know where it is. Oh no, we deleted it because we said it was a scam. So it's not even in Discord anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I wonder what you'd get if you ordered one or got one. I wonder what they'd send you. Or you just don't get nothing. You just take your money and sorry, we'll wait. We're waiting for the next 6 months on shipment orders. All right, what do we got in the live chat? Trying to look legit? Yeah, maybe not then. Just got my KD lights a few months ago, so I'm bummed. Good morning. Caspa talk. What do you want to know about Caspa? I don't know much about Caspa at all, really, other than the Discord got hacked and stuff happened. Most likely, a bunch of people probably clicked the bad link. You know, XY Caspa dot, or was it CaspaCoin.xyz? You know, seems legit. Remember, their official website is caspa.org, not Caspa Coin this, not something XYZ, not sending away free airdrops on an Ethereum network. Like let me think of something. Let's say Raptorium. Guys, Raptorium's giving away, 1 million RTM, but they're going to do it on Ethereum. That makes zero sense, right? Like, why? Why would you give away coins on a different network completely? Only Tim got hacked. Maybe it was funny. Some people in the comments they're like, maybe Tim, or what's his name? Tim or Tom? Yeah, Tim. Maybe he went rogue. Imagine we just, Dev just goes, see you later, guys. I hate you guys. Boom, out of here. Rogue. No, that's not likely, but let the conspiracies flow. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that just seems like the one got hacked. How? There's multiple ways to get hacked. Maybe he's seen he got free tokens. We get the Discord links all the time. DM'd, you won free crypto. Click here. Maybe he's like, hey, awesome. I got some free crypto. Click the link. Gone. That probably didn't happen either. Who knows what happened? But, most likely his account got hacked, guys. A whole bunch of links got posted everywhere. Most likely some people clicked on them and hopefully most people didn't. Tim came back. He's a good pal. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like they got everything deleted and hopefully everything's all back in running order. Obviously, password changing, new computer. I have no idea. Who knows what happened there? I'm not saying what you said, Detroit Irish, but maybe. Just for security reasons, he didn't get his rolls back yet. Oh, yeah, no doubt. I definitely wait on that. Don't give him any rolls so they know everything is up to date. Honestly, he should probably just start a new account. Right? Don't you think? Best thing to start a new account, join Discord again, get your roles back. You can join back to your other Discords, right? But I don't know. We'll see. What are hardware errors in ASIC miner? What do you mean? What are the hardware errors? I haven't really ran into any errors yet, so I'm not sure. But I don't know what the error codes or anything are, but you can run into chips blowing up and quitting and control board issues. A lot of the most common issues do come down to the control board. The ASICs are very picky on fan controls and stuff. So if their fans aren't running at the right speeds, you can run into ASIC miners quitting on you. So, they pretty much have to be running almost perfect or you have a little bit of headaches. It's called restart. Apollo error 30 is bad hashboard. Well, there's one. Detroit Irish says, if you have an Apollo error 30, you got a bad hashboard. I wasn't aware of that. So hopefully I never see Apollo error 30. Anyone plotting with GPUs? I was thinking about it today. I have not yet, but I was thinking about trying some GPU plotting. I have 12 terabytes in my little server PC. So I was like, hey, you know what? You can compress plot now with the GPU. And supposedly it's super fast with the GPU. Like, what is it? 10-second plot times or something stupid crazy? 10, 15 seconds. Like, it wouldn't take me very long at all to really plot out my 12 terabytes. But yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know what's all involved enough. I have to update the Chia core and all sorts of things, and then read down the blockchain, or do you just delete your plots and plot them and you're good to go? I'm not sure. I have to look into it still, but I'm thinking about it. VRAM is best for plotting. What is this GPU plot? So there's a new Chia plotting technique that came out now, and I don't really know the full details on it. So previously, obviously, you use your CPU, or that people got into the RAM where you get a lot of RAM. You can just RAM plot, which was very fast, and so on. But now it looks like there's a new compressed plot, which means you can fit more plots per hard drive because it compresses the plot sizes quite a bit more. So you get an extra 30% storage, or I guess an extra 30% in plots, depending on your drive. And then you can use your GPU to do the actual plotting process. Now, before they're saying you have to keep your GPU running to maintain the compression across the plots. Like, I don't know, it's almost like a bubble is expanding. You need the GPU to keep telling it to get back down in there. You're like poking something with a stick before it blows up. I don't know really what's going on in there, but I don't know if that's what you need. And then there's also talks of GPU farming, which makes zero sense in my mind. You know, the whole point of Chia is not using much. You're only using hard drive power, which is like 6 to 8 watts, depending on the size of your hard drive and stuff. And you start adding a GPU in there, it's not going to become that efficient anymore. That's why it's profitable, because it doesn't use any power. You start adding in a GPU in the farming process, to me, that's a bad idea. So I don't know if that's part of it or not, because I haven't tried or I never did look into it. But at least you can now plot with your GPU, and it's a lot faster than what it was. I still don't know. Someone just said if you use your RAM, it's still very fast, but it sounded like a GPU can, you know, plot out a plot in like 10 to 15 seconds. But I haven't tried it, and it probably depends on the GPU and stuff as well. But yeah, who knows? Anyway, compressed plots are here. You use a GPU to do it. This is pretty much the quick breakdown, I guess. Mad Max Plotter is the GPU plotter in Chia from what so Mad Max is doing it? Okay, that's interesting. So Mad Max is just, you know, jumping on everything. He's the plotter king, I guess. I guess it depends if power versus plot advantage is worth it. And obviously, the larger your farm, the longer it'll take to do, but the more you're going to get as well. So who knows? You know, people with 600 petahash, is it worth doing or is it not worth doing? It isn't really a race like it used to be when Chia first came out, because, you know, when there's no, I guess, difficulty on a network, people want to get plotted up ASAP as fast as they possibly can. And that's what we saw early Chia days, is everyone's getting the big CPUs, processors, RAM, and so on, just trying to figure out the fastest way to plot so they could get online and smash out that solo Chia ASAP and get all those rewards. And then now, you know, the network is pretty standard. We're going to see the network slowly grow. So you probably don't have to rush into it like the early days of Chia. You can kind of just take your time. Should I do it? Should I not do it? I'm just kind of in the back debating on the same thing. Should I actually do it? I only got 12 terabytes on my hard drives and another 12 hanging out on the Evergreen. So what do I do? Should I do it? It's probably not really worth it for me, but you never know. It might be about. I did notice that my rewards have dropped from like 26 or 28 cents down to like 18. So I almost lost 10 cents per day in profits due to it. But also the crypto prices crashed, so that could be a big thing as well. What do we got here? Detroit Irish at RabidMining. Why would you erase and replot? Are the OG plots no good anymore? Also, once you hit a block, should you delete that plot since it has been called? How do you know which plot? I don't really know how Chia works. To me, why would you have to delete it? Wouldn't it just continue trying to find another block? Like, once it finds something, does that mean it's like dead now? I don't know. I don't know if that's an implementation Chia does. To me, it sounds like, you know, just like solo mining with a GPU. If you find a solo block, you get the rewards, and then you can just continue hashing to try to find another solo block. So I imagine the same thing works in Chia. OG blocks, just like you mentioned before, it is exactly the same. They would still work on the network. That's why I'm saying, should I do it? Should I not do it? It's just that you can now, if you delete them and replot, you can get smaller size plots and fit more plots within your hard drive. So you have more chances and gaining more rewards. But at the same time, the network hash rate, or in this case, it's not really the proof of space, is going to be growing across the network. So you're probably just going to end up either with less rewards than before, because technically the difficulty will now be higher than it was. So you're going to be earning less per plot than if you were prior. So it's kind of interesting because now, and it's the same thing with like LHR unlockers with the GPUs is how I look at it. Everyone's like, I want to unlock my LHR. I want to unlock it. I get more hash rate. I'll earn more. But then the LHR unlocker comes out. We're earning less per megahash. The network difficulty went up an extra 10% or so when that happened across Ethereum when it was still proof of work. So it didn't really help you. In your mind, mentally, you're like, oh yes, I got more hash rate now because all my GPUs are now non-LHR. They unlocked. I got more hash. But the network went up. So you're actually losing more. You're getting less per megahash at this point because of it. And the same thing's going to happen on Chia and everything else. So, you know, adding tweaks to miners to be able to get more hash rate and all these things literally probably end up worse long term than they are right now, is kind of how I look at things personally. But, you know, I could be wrong. How long your iPollo took to connect and show in DogePow pool? I usually I just keep watching and hit the refresh about 3-4 minutes till I found my first share, and then I don't know. I don't know how long it took to hit the pool, but I just said, let me see. Do I still have it up here? I don't have it here. I don't have my miner up here. But yeah, as soon as I seen an accepted share, it took about 3.5 to 4 minutes to get my first accepted share. And then it should show up in the pool like anytime after that. Now it should say alive or status. It'll tell you if it's dead, if you have the wrong stratum or anything. So what's your dashboard telling you? About 5 minutes. Yeah, Curtis Malcolm says about 5 minutes. So you guys are kind of jumping on there. Let's see if it went up at all. How many addresses are currently active? 68. 68 addresses are currently active on DOGEW. That means with only 32 more addresses are going to be eligible for the airdrop. Remember, the first 100 miners on DOGEW, 69, we got 31 more miners now will be eligible for the airdrop. Again, I don't know how this airdrop is going to work. Is it going to be based on total coins mined on the test net? Is it going to be based on how many coins you found? You're going to get airdrop those coins, and the difficulty is super low right now. And so I don't know any of those numbers what it's going to be. It looks like someone just jumped on with 10.98 gigahash. That is insane. 10.94 gigahash. Somebody's not messing around. That guy's probably earning a whack ton. But remember, this is a test net. I don't know if you're going to get the test net coins or not. Let's take a look at what I'm at now. Let's do another quick lookup. Engage. Minimum payout threshold is 2,500 Doge. Payouts run twice per day. And now it's not loading. Why? My bandwidth just horrible. Horrible stuff. There we go. There we go. We're in. Total paid 1,946. Pending balance is 214. Immature is 44. Awesome. All right. So there we are. Your bulk stats are there. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I just got the one Apollo. I'm not putting everything on there because I don't believe in DOGEW, but I believe in airdrops and free coins. You found a block. He did. Chad's Wick Racer just found a block. That's awesome. So. Oh, crazy. New plotter is called GigaHorse. Can compress plots, but there is a dev fee. I believe Chia team will release GPU compression soon. Oh, there's a dev fee. Well, so how's that work? Like, do you got to keep your GPU on, or is your GPU only to do the plotting with the compression? Then you can get rid of it again. You don't need it on doing this. Is that how it works? It's only to plot, or do you need to remain active and continue farming with it on? Can you solo mine too? I'm not sure if you can solo mine this or not. OC setting for GPU on Doge. OC setting for GPU. It's exactly the same as Ethereum. So if you've mined Ethereum in the past, it's the exact same thing for your GPU. Same settings. It's on Ethash. The algorithm is Ethash. So exactly as Ethereum, as ETC, and other Ethereum-based coins. I don't even remember what my S settings were from back then. I've had my GPUs on a few times. Speaking of GPUs, let's go to hashrate.no. Do you guys recognize this? Look at Dynex. This is crazy. Look at this coin. Pretty much every GPU, and I don't know if you guys see this, but you see this red here? Team Red looks to be on Dynex now. So I don't know, did RabidMiner drop their miner now, or is the latest update supporting AMD? But we look like the king GPU right now. Current in profitability is the 7900 XT. ROI of only 319 days, courtesy of Dynex, $2.82. Profit after power, $3.24 per day if you had free power. That's crazy to think about. Look at that. We've got the 4090 in second, but look at this. Dynex is sweeping the GPUs all the way down to, I guess down here, we got the 3060 laptop is Alephium is the profit range, but look at everything is profit. Profit. I wonder how long that's going to last. That's crazy though. AMD, Team Red, but it's all the 6000 series. I don't have any 6000 series GPUs, sadly. As sad as it is, I don't. But there they go. We got the 68, 6600 XT. Look at that. 6600 XT is making 71. Look at how cheap the power is. 71 cent profit, 78. 6 cents a day to run that thing at my power price, 11 cents. Efficient Machine Monster. The 3050 is doing not too shabby there as well. Awesome. And then I guess it looks like the other. Oh, we got Ergo on something. Intel Arc A380. Ergo is never mind. It's not even profitable. It's still negative 5 cents. So yeah, that sucks. And we're on the negative. So where's the break even here for me? The worst GPU is 1 cent Caspa is the 2080 Ti. 2080 Ti. The 1080 is more profitable than a 2080 Ti. That's crazy to think about. 2 cents on Dynex. The P106 is making 4 cents. P104 is making 4 cents. 1080. RX 480 is making 5 cents right now on a lithium. Anybody got some 580s or 480s rocking? That should be the same as like a 580 and 570, you'd think as well. I got some of those GPUs. Might have to try them. But yeah, 65, 5700 XT though. Oh, the 5000 series not seeing any love. -1 on a lithium. That sucks. Horrible. Bad times. But yeah, Dynex. Oh, and somebody hit the frickin' lottery the other day. Did you guys hear about that one? Let's check that one out. Let's do that right quick. Let's go into here. That's okay. Yep. All that. Scroll up. Where's Dynex Discord? XDAG. Dynex. Announcements. What do they got going on here? Oh yeah, there we go. That probably answers my question. So it looks like SRBMiner just released today at 6:08 a.m. So like 5 hours ago. Yeah, SRBMiner dropped it. That's why we're seeing AMD do this, guys. AMD is supported now, courtesy of SRBMiner. There you go. But someone smashed it. Oh, someone won it. Whoa, it won another one? Did they must have just enabled this because someone won today. 2,500 Dynex. Someone just won 5,000 yesterday. Yesterday, 2,500. 3 days ago, 5,000. Okay, what's going on here? So not only the solution rewards are dropping, or not dropping, but like are being found, allegedly. Someone actually commented in one of my videos and said they're the one that won the 5,000. I was like, that's sweet. They said another guy won 5 million. Now I don't think that's the case because they probably would have posted that here in 5 million Dynex coins at the current price. Like, what's that even worth? Like, well, it's 5,000 worth. Let's look at the current price. If you won that solution award at 5,000 right now, that would be worth, where's Dynex? Dynex price. What are you at? Dynex coin. Let's check the price here in the corner. Currently 8 cents. So 5,000 coins times 0.0816. That is $408. That's not bad. That's a nice payday for a day, don't you think? The current price, and the price is kind of down. It's dipping up and down. But yeah, you know what? I might have to put my rigs back on Dynex. Not only is it currently kind of looking profitable, well, it is profitable. It's the solution awards look like they're being found. So that's just another added bonus for a possibility. I'm on EK Pool. Awesome. EK Pool here. That's the pool I use as well. I use EK Pool as well when I do move on to Dynex. But now I'm probably going to have to put some GPUs on. Darn it. Why? Why do I have to do this? It's a good thing they don't use any power though. But there is some new tweaking involved with Dynex in it now. So I've checked that out. Remember, we still don't know what's going on with Dynex. What do you guys think? What is your guys' feel for Dynex currently? What's your guys', let's do a poll. We're going to do a poll right now. Let's gain some reactions here. I want to know what you guys are feeling about Dynex. Is it a scam? Is it not a scam? Are they just doing something that, no one can figure out and they're ahead of the game? We have no idea. I hope that's the case. I doubt it, but hey, that'd be awesome if they actually were. But we'll have to wait and see. So is Dynex a scam? Now I don't even know what to put by scam. Rug pull, whatever. So I'll just put yes, no. Hope not. There, these will be some good ones. There we go. Ask the community. What do you guys feel about Dynex right now? Let's see how this is. I want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. Personally, I don't really know. It's fairly new. We have no idea what they're doing. They're claiming to do a lot of things that nobody else knows how the heck to figure it out. So that's what I mean. Like, are they doing something? Yes, it's closed source. We don't really understand it. Are they doing something that no one else can figure out? So obviously everyone yells scam because they're ahead of the game. Or are they not doing what they're saying, and we have no idea the future of this coin. Honestly, we don't have an idea. We need this coin to be proven to us, not have the devs say we're legit and, try to prove their coin to us. We need the coin to prove to us just how, it'll survive. So it'll be interesting. In about 1 year's time, we'll see, are we still going to be talking about Dynex? Are we not going to be talking about it anymore? We're going to be like, hey, remember that coin? It used to be profitable, but then, just rug pulled out of nowhere or something. These are all possibilities. So you don't have to hold the coin. Now, it is profitable right now. You cannot argue the fact that it's probably the most profitable coin to mine, and it hardly uses any power on any GPUs. And now even AMD is supported. So that's great for all Team Red guys out there. You can just simply sell the coin. You don't have to hold it and, get rug pulled and lose everything and lose all your power or whatever. You can sell the coin, swap it to Bitcoin, swap it to Flux, swap it to whatever the heck you want because it is making you money. Or you can obviously spec mine the crap out of it, hold it, and hopefully it sees a big pump. We don't know. These are the decisions that you're going to have to make for yourself. I can't tell you what to do. This is not financial advice. Personally, myself, though, I was mining at some time. I was selling quite a bit. I got a little bit. I'm kind of holding it. I'm debating on selling some more. So I don't know what this coin's going to do. We're just going to have to keep an eye on it. But so far, it is gaining traction. So that's all we really know at this point. I think you guys are all in the same boat. Yeah, hope not. I thought that would probably be, that's good thing I threw that in there last minute. That's exactly where I am as well. I'm at the hope not stage because this is a nice profitable coin, but we don't know exactly what it's going to do. So like I said, you can mine it and sell it to anything you want. At the end of the day, this is a profitable coin to mine. All right, so I'll just let that run for another 5 minutes or so, and then we'll take it off. No risk, no reward. Very, very true there as well. He uses locals channel. It is hard for me to watch. I understand, but could re-release videos on YouTube. I will is moving off YouTube, I think, on his private channel. That's what he alluded. See, I don't know if he actually, he's trying to move more to his locals channel, some there for sure. I don't know if it's due to a YouTube revenue thing or whatever. He's helping. He's trying to go to more of a community support thing by the looks of that, which is great on him. Hopefully it works out. I expect once the bull run hits, he will most likely be back here again. And it's nice to be all over the place realistically, because you never know what could happen to a main channel or something. I witnessed it firsthand. Peak of the bull run, I was down for 3 months because of a comment I made. That's why right now I never comment on anyone else's video. I caught myself. I saw some stuff I wanted to say, and I put it in, then I delete it right away. I'd be like, no, I'm not taking the risk. It came down. I lost my channel for 3 months at the peak of the bull run, so I lost a lot of momentum. Probably a crap ton of momentum during that, and it really hurt. So I don't comment. So, if another creator is watching me this right now, or they see it later or something, and, I'm not commenting on your video, doesn't mean I'm not watching videos or anything, but I don't comment on anybody's video anymore because I don't want to put my channel at risk. And that's what happened to me last time. And it took a long time to figure out what the heck it was. What did I say? I didn't say anything. So, I didn't say anything bad, but it came down to a gamers channel. I don't want to say who it was, but you guys probably know him. He's the guy that always spins around in his chair and says, let's talk about it. You know that guy. But he was talking about how CPUs are only for this and miners will never touch a CPU, and then how a GPU is something. I can't remember. He usually uses the same video topic for like 2 weeks in a row every single day. And eventually I was like, hey, you know what? Miners actually do use this. This is very profitable. We should look into it, and, things like that. So, a lot of stuff you're mentioning is actually wrong. And then like the next day, my channel was gone. I didn't say anything bad. I was just saying, hey, miners are actually looking into these things when they said they're not. And then all of a sudden, like, I couldn't figure out, like, why is my channel gone? I didn't post anything. I was going through all my links and everything. I don't know what happened. And then eventually I said, I went through an appeal every 2 weeks. I wrote YouTube an email, and they kept saying, I kept getting the same thing over and over. It's like the automated message. Sorry, you violated. And they give you a list of like 50 different things that you could have potentially violated. And every 2 weeks, you could only appeal every 2 weeks. And I put in a new email with something different every 2 weeks, just thinking of something it could have been. And eventually it came down to, okay, well, I commented on this about that time, And, you know, it was me. I'm not a bot. I'm not nothing. It was my whatever. And then all of a sudden, bam, my channel was back. I was like, you got to be kidding me, all over a comment. And it wasn't even a bad one or nothing being mean or anything. So I never comment on anybody else's video ever again. And I never will. So I just stay at it and I watch stuff and stuff, but I do not comment on anybody's video. Okay, what do we got? I am already half stream legend. They're just jealous of them hands obvious tech. What are we talking about? I just call people soft boiled carrots. Good luck flagging me for being offensive, but they know exactly what it means. Oh, crazy. That has that power. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, realistically, like, I could just go through my chat right now and probably say report or something. You know, if someone comments something you don't like, I leave everything wide open. So I don't edit any of my comments or anything. I go into the spam filter every once in a while and I see a crap ton of messages that I got to approve again. So if, you know, if he's messaged something, I have a massive spam filter. I'm loaded up with like so many different terms. So, you know, just most common stuff sometimes will end up in the spam side, but every couple of days I do go through it and approve a whole bunch of extra comments and stuff. But I never delete anything and I never report anybody unless it's an obvious Telegram thing or something. But other than that, yeah. But yeah, it's definitely messed up. You definitely got to be very careful, especially on, you know, centralized things. So, you know, it's good to be on multiple different areas and things. And I got to build up my Twitch again. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. I shouldn't have said that. Because there's a big competition between everybody, but I gotta, you know, do a little more streaming there again. It's been a while, so I might lose the partnership over there actually if I don't do a few more streams again. So I think I have a link though, guys. If you want to catch me on, you know, that other place once in a while, be sure to do it because I do got to start streaming over there again before I lose the whole partner program information. Anyway, let's close this thing out. Bam. End the poll. Let's see what, yeah, so look, 61% of you guys said hope not. Definitely. I hope not, but we just don't know. Do we have any questions or anything, guys? At all? Here, 18 terabyte hard drives. I have 9 terabytes combined with all hard drives. Came late. Did you already talk about DOGEW? We talked about a little bit. Yes, it's GPU mineable. It is. I have no problem. I have no issues repeating myself over and over again because, you know, I treat everyone like maybe they're a new miner, maybe they're new something. There's no such thing as a dumb question. You know, some of you guys probably said, oh, he already asked that, or that was already answered 10 times. It doesn't bother me. I'm just here to try and help people out. So, you know, if I get asked the same question 100 times, I'll try and answer it 100 times. You know, maybe after 101, I'll be like, okay, well, rewatch the stream, or, you know, I just mentioned that and I do a quick run through. But anyway, back to DOGEW. Quick sum up there though. It is ETH hash. So, and GPUs can mine it. Yes, the iPolos with the ETH hash algorithm that can swap to, which is the ETH versions of the iPolos, they can mine it. I don't know what the DAG size is. And I will give the link right here so you guys can join this test net again. Where is it? How many miners are here right now, actually? We're at 72. Oh my gosh. I'm not trying to pump this out for people to like to mine this. Like I'm not affiliated, associated with DOGEW in any way, shape, or form. But I feel some of you guys are moving to this because I'm doing it. But I'm just in here for the airdrop. I don't know if this coin is going to do anything at all. And, you know, I wouldn't really recommend holding it or anything, but we never know. This is 300% spec mining. There's the link to connect with T-Rex or Team RedMiner. That's what the Stratums. This is only a test net right now. It's a test net. And supposedly the first 100 coins or 100 addresses, which right now we're at 72 of 100. It'll go to more than 100, but only the first 100 addresses mining to this will get the airdrop of DOGEW when it hits mainnet. So that's why I put my rig on here, because I want some. Who doesn't want free coins? So get on there while you can. It's been hanging out at like 50 addresses for like, I don't even know, 3 days, 4 days, maybe even longer. Not very long. And then ever since I started this live stream, we're already up like 20 addresses, 30 addresses. So you guys are most likely moving to that from this stream. And I'm not trying to push anybody to it at all. I'm just trying to get some free coins. And you know what? Why not you guys as well? Might make a few cents. Might not. Did you add it to MetaMask? Yes, I'm using my MetaMask address. I didn't set up ETF or anything through MetaMask. If you're unfamiliar with MetaMask, your address is the same for everything. So I just went in, grabbed my Ethereum address, put it in there for my mining address, and that's it. I can add the ETF chain, the DOGEW chain, and whatever later on, but they'll be sending those coins to that address, and then it'll be kind of distributed to the proper chain once you finally add it into MetaMask later on down the road. But yeah, I didn't do any of that. I just grabbed my Ethereum address, fired it in there, good to go. Can you mine it through HiveOS? 100%. You can mine it exactly the same way as you mined Ethereum because it's on Ethash. It's an Ethash algorithm. Go into your HiveOS, fire up your GPU rig, make up the coin. You know, you can use an ETH address that does support it, like MetaMask or something. Point to that stratum in the link and everything there, and you will be up and mining no problem. Overclock settings, exactly the same as what you used to use on Ethereum because it's on the Ethash algorithm. Just need a wallet. Yeah. So like, you know, I'll go into, maybe I'll open it in a, hold on. I'll open MetaMask in a different one. I don't know what I don't like MetaMask personally, but I'm going to use it. So I'm just going to put that in. There we go. Okay. It's opened up. So if I bring this back, is it still going to be open? Or I got to reopen it? I got to reopen it. Come on. Where are you? There, it's open. So here's, oh, you guys can't even see that. I could have done it here the whole time anyway. So here's my MetaMask address. Now, for example, I have pink, I got pink chain in here, guys. I got freaking pink chain. But look, if I go to pink chain, you can see, okay, oh, it's dead, so it's not going to load it. Stop. I just blew up my MetaMask. So let's go to something that's here, FW mainnet. So I go to FW, it's the exact same address. We go to Ethereum, exact same address. So, you know, I still got to add in the, you know, let's go to Binance Smart Chain, exact same address. So it uses the same address. Eventually, all I got to do is add in the RPC and all the information needed for ETF, I guess, or DOGEW, whatever way it goes about it. But this will all be the same address. So just copy your address from Ethereum or any of the ones you have in here realistically, because it's all the same address, and then start mining with this address right here. And then you can just add in the parameters later on once you get your airdrops and pays and stuff, and it will show up under the proper chain once it's added. You already mined 60,000 DOGEW. What do you recommend? Should I stay on it? Stay on it some more? I have no idea because I don't know how this airdrop is working. I don't know if you're going to get the coins that you mined or you're just testing it right now. And these are all fake coins right now. And then all the coins that were mined on the test net will be distributed to everyone that was on the test net evenly. Like, I don't know how the airdrop is going to work at all. So I'm just going to stay on until mainnet hits, which is supposed to be in like a month or something. I don't even know. And then eventually, hopefully, we get a decent airdrop. We might only get one coin in the airdrop for all I know. I don't know how much we're going to get or how it's going to be distributed. Let's actually, maybe you guys can make sense of it. Let's look at the exact write-up of what it's telling us for this thing. So Dogecoin's future token distribution. Let's look at it. So number one, Doge from the first 100 addresses, which is what we kind of talked about at the beginning here. We're sitting at a current amount of 70. Let's just do a refresh. I'm going to do a refresh here so you guys can see. So we're at 73 addresses right now, and the first 100 will get this airdrop. Let's just jump back into here. So, okay, so Doge from the first 100 addresses on the Dogecoin blockchain will be reallocated on the fork chain. Now, you got to keep in mind, they're being kind of tricky here. This is not real. This isn't the Dogecoin blockchain. This is a fork of Dogecoin. It's not Dogecoin, guys. It's a fork of Dogecoin, totally different coin, nothing to do with Dogecoin in reality, but regardless, so it will be reallocated on the fork chain. And if the exchange does not want to airdrop to users, then DOGEW forked by the exchange will also be reallocated by the DAO. Now, partially reallocated DOGEW will be airdropped to addresses participating in the test network, which is what we're on right now, which include miner and on-chain transfer transaction address, etc. And then partially reallocated DOGEW will be airdropped to ETFs. So ETFs active addresses. So if you're currently an active address, are miners' addresses on the ETF chain. So if you're also mining ETF right now, you will be eligible for an airdrop as well, but still no idea on how many will be part of it. So yeah, it's not saying who's going to get how many, what's it's coming around, what the total is, or what. It's not giving us the information we really want to know, but we're going to get airdropped for being on the testnet is pretty much all we know. ETF chain. Yeah, so this is a Justin Sun fork. This is off ETF, not ETHPOW or anything else. They're pretty much forking Dogecoin, putting it on Ethash. Now, early rumors were it was supposed to be merge mined with ETF and ETF only. That way you would be getting DOGEW as well as ETF at the same time, which, you know, it's kind of like what we're doing with Litecoin and Dogecoin currently, mining 2 coins, same time, no extra power. I don't know if that's the case, but in theory, the pools might be able to proxy forward to DOGEW and be able to still do that. I don't know. We still got to wait. But right now, we're currently mining DOGEW only on the testnet. Now, whether they do a merge mine thing or something in the future, I still don't know if that's going to be a thing. I think it would be cool if they do. And if they do, that might open up the floodgates for other coins and pools to maybe start same algo merge mining together as well, which is what we see on Script. And that would be a game changer. In theory, that would change the game. Imagine, you know, merge mining 2 separate ETH coins. What if you could do Callisto and ETC? No, ETC is on ETC hash, so that won't work. But like ETHPOW, you know, / Callisto. Imagine doing both of those together. You know, something like that would be huge for GPU miners and obviously the ASIC miners out there. But I don't know. It's interesting stuff to think about. Yes, I talked with you the past. It works for me. Nope, it's live. What's the how? I was very initiative to deal, so I pulled a 3x. 3x, Downrugs Doge. Let's make a deal here. Only if I move my CPU farm to your wallet too. What are you guys talking about? I am live with you guys. It took like 10 minutes to catch up. Oh, Albatis was kind of doing the fast forward through the whole thing, so now he's where we're at. Right on. Okay, I think we're all cut up in the live chat as well. I'm just gonna scroll through, see if we missed anything at all. I already mined. Okay, we went to 60,000. You're going to a while to figure this out. Going to be a while to figure this out. You know what? I can do a how to mine. Like I can try to drop a how to mine DOGEW sometime, I guess, later today or maybe for tomorrow morning or something. If that's something you guys want. Some of you guys have asked for it actually in the past. I didn't get around to it yet, but I guess it's a thing. It is only a test net, so I don't know how popular that'll actually come. Did I make the 100? Well, if you're currently mining right now, let's see here. 79. So it looks like there's 20 more addresses to make the 100. Now, when we just read over this, now I don't know what this top 100 is. This doesn't sound like it's the testnet top 100. Doge from the first 100 addresses on the Dogecoin blockchain will be reallocated on the fork chain. So I don't know what they mean from the first 100 addresses. The top 100 address that hold the most Doge. That seems like we're already trying to centralize it, because then down here it says reallocated Doge will be airdropped to addresses participating in the test network. So I don't know if these two are kind of going together or if just anyone on the test network will get airdropped coins. So what does this sound like to you guys? I don't really know. Doge from the first 100 addresses on the Dogecoin blockchain will be reallocated on the fork chain. Doge from the first 100 addresses on the Dogecoin blockchain. The top 100 and that amount of Doge will be reallocated for the DOGEW? Or are they going to... I don't know. Sounds like a test. It definitely sounds sketchy. I have no idea what's going on. Regardless, I want some free coins. I want it listed on exchange, and then I want to, try and sell it or something. It's not written in English. We can pretty much guarantee that part. It's translated or Google translated or something. Not everyone will get free coin. No, that's what I mean. Is it the top 100 addresses on the testnet? Is it the top 100 coming from Dogecoin? We'll get a bunch, and then everybody on the testnet will also get a bunch for being on the testnet. And that's what we're on right now. We're on a testnet. This is not mainnet or anything yet. So, we're just gonna have to wait. We might get one coin. We might get 100,000. Maybe we get 1,000,000. Maybe we get what we mined. I have no idea. So it's all up in the air. Maybe we end up with nothing in the first place. But I guess that's spec mine. You know, it's the thrill of the hunt. What are we going to get? If I was a developer, I would promote my own address in this bear market just to survive. Yep. You can use an existing Ethereum flight sheet. Well, you got to make sure the HiveOS wallet is supports, I guess, you know, being able these other chains. Like, I think, was it crypto.com DeFi wallet? I think does support ETF and FPOW. So wallets that kind of have implemented those most likely will implement DOGEW. But like I said, the easiest one would be MetaMask. Not really deal with it. Once we figure out which wallets are actually holding these coins, then we can just move our coins into them. But for now, MetaMask would be the best way. So if you already have a flight sheet set up for Ethereum through MetaMask, you can use that exact same flight sheet and just point your pool to config in the miner and then do a custom thing pointing to the Dogecoin testnet pool thing. Should I also use ETH settings? Yes, because it's on the ETH hash algorithm. It's exactly the same as mining Ethereum. Same algorithm, so same overclock settings and everything that you're used to. That's what we got to remember. Like, that's how overclocking and everything works with GPUs. It's not based on the coin. You know, you can move from ETC to Ethereum. Well, Ethereum's not here, but Ethereum, Callisto, and so on. They're all the exact same settings because they're all ETH hash. And in ETC's case, that's ETC hash. Those are all worked exact same overclocks across that. The only time you really got to look into different overclock settings is when you're moving to a different algorithm, not different coins, but the algorithm. So then say you move to Flux, you know, that's Zel hash, or it's whatever it's called now. Caspa is heavy hash and so on. You're overclocking for the algorithm. You're not overclocking for the coin. And that's why when I did my CPU mining test, like, I put random X hash rates, because on random X, that is your Monero. That is your Epic Cash. That is your Yata coin. That is a whole bunch of coins, whatever runs across random X. Then when you do your Ghostwriter overclocks and hash rate testing, that is your Raptorium, your Bitorium, and all the other forked coins that run on the Ghostwriter algorithm. You overclock for the algorithms, not for the coins. If that kind of makes sense to some of you guys, maybe it makes it a little easier to understand. Mine wouldn't run with worker name, by the way. Yours wouldn't run with the worker name? Really? What do you run? Like Dan Ruggs DOGEW. It's not DOGEW yet. So Dan Ruggs Caspa /Doge/DOGEW/POS-horsecoin. That's quite the name you got going on so far. Are you running an Ipollo? Wouldn't run with the worker name? Written in Go, it's a rocket highly concurrent and low round consumed piece of code, they said. What is DJAP? Do you have a yeah. ETC was same as ETH. They forked to avoid spend attacks to ETC hash. Yeah, they did the fork because they implemented, what is that? I can't even remember what it's called that they implemented. But in theory now, and that's one thing we need to do, I think, as people, we need to like spam. That's bad to say, get people to spam things, but like, we need to start adding, you know, if you're using Twitter and all these things, emails, whatever, we need to talk to these exchanges and say, hey, start dropping these ETC confirmations. You know, they're pretty safe at this point. They added in whatever that thing was that I can't remember what it's called that they added in, but you legitly need like 8 times the hash rate now. Not just a 51%. You can't 51% attack ETC, I don't think, anymore. Yeah, I almost said BBC. So BBT kind of went through it a while back. You almost need like 6 times the network hash rate to attack ETC at this point. Like, it's not a 51%. You need like a 600% hash rate in order to attack ETC. On top of it right now, it's fairly secure, a lot more secure than it used to be. We have a lot more ASICs and stuff on it and so on. So it's most likely a safe network. Now, you never say never because that encourages people to try to attack things. So we don't want that to happen. But ETC is 90% safe at this point. So we need the exchanges dropped. And for ETC to really see price discovery and explosions for the next bull runs, these exchanges are hurting it right now by taking anywhere from 12 to 4 days to even send coins to them. So we really need to, get these exchanges, start dropping those confirmations, because at this point in time, it's pretty stupid to still have them so high. That's just me, though. that's just what I think on the situation. Maybe you guys think something different. I don't know. Everyone puts Apollos now on ETC. I think ETC is safe. Yeah, Apollos, the Jazz miners, because they're, FW and stuff, they're over 5. Now, FW is supposed to be dropping their DAG size below 4 gigabytes. Still, I've been saying that for a few months now, but it's still supposed to happen. I did message them again a couple of weeks ago, and I said, hey, someone actually told me that you guys are no longer dropping the DAG, because I believe someone in Discord told me that. I said, no, they're not doing it anymore. They canceled it. And so I asked them, like, did you guys cancel the 4 gigabyte DAG drop? Because it's still on your website. It's still listed everywhere. And he said, no, we haven't heard that. It's still a go, but they just don't know when they're going to go it yet. So it still sounds like they are dropping that 4 gigabyte DAG. I just don't know when it's going to happen and what level they're dropping to. But it will be below the 4 gigabyte mark on FW, which will be awesome, because that means that's Jazz Miner City with the 5 gig versions. How is it technological possible? How can they drop DAG size? Well, ETC did it. It's the same thing. They just do a hard fork, a fork, or whatever they want through the Ethash algorithm on their chain and do it. Like ETC was at 4 or 5, was over 4 gig, and they dropped it to 2.8. So kind of reset it and start going up again. And they can do that as well on FW and everything else. They don't need they could take the DAG out completely, I think, if they really wanted to. It's just that they just have it going there for the evolution of, I guess, GPUs and higher memory and stuff. But yeah, they can definitely do it. And FW says they will be doing it. Let's just look at it right now. Let's look at the FW website, and I'll show you right where it says it. FW, not CoinMarketCap. FPOW right here. So we're going to go into FPOW here. We're going to go to get started. And then we're going to go to the FAQ, read me first. Bam. So let's just see airdrop, mainnet. This is when it was all first starting. Ecosystem. How about mining? Okay. How about, let's see. Can I get a little bit closer here for you guys? There we go. So here's some questions they have here. So FW mining question. How about the mining algorithm, block size, DAG size, EIP 1559, and the difficulty bomb? So FW core tried to make minimum changes to keep the proof of work based Ethereum with chain sustainability in mind. Thus, most are being kept the same. So far, the difficulty bomb is disabled. So obviously that's gone. This is right at fork time. And the EIP 1559 base fee will be distributed to miners. So they actually, in theory, if FW does start getting some crazy trading volume, now the gas fees may get high, but 1559 is not there. So the miners will gain that reward. So it might be good. So here it is. The core plans to support 4 gigabyte DAG size later, which means they're going to be dropping it below 4 gigabytes. So 4 gigabyte hardware will be able to run on it. So the core plans to support the 4 gigabyte size later. Now, maybe they're going to drop it to 4 gigabytes or just under and remove it and leave it at that. That could very well be a thing too. That's what Flux does. Flux, I don't think adjusts. They have it set at a low amount and it just stays there. It never goes up as far as I'm aware on that. What is that? Equihash algorithm? No. So they could probably do the same thing, or they'll just drop it down and it'll just slowly creep back up again. But regardless, it's going to be coming down sometime. There's no plan to make the mining algorithm ASIC resistant. Well, obviously not, but this is a big misconception. There's a few things you got to realize when it comes to ASIC resistant and ASIC proof. Now, technically, there might not be anything that's fully ASIC proof. You can probably build some type of ASIC even for Kapow and stuff. Some people says they are working on it. I don't know. That's probably a ways away if it ever does become a light, because an ASIC is pretty much just everything's chipped. Like within the ASIC chips, it's just pretty much they take like a GPU or something, for an example. They strip every single piece of it that is absolutely not used and needed. And that's why they're so efficient, because they only leave everything together that kind of only that algorithm needs. So when you start running into multi-algorithm coins and things like that, you got to leave more and more pieces of that chip in. So it becomes a little less efficient compared to a GPU. And Ethereum, in theory, is technically ASIC resistant already. As much as you're shaking your head saying, no, it's not, it's full of ASICs. It's ASIC resistant. Now, non-ASIC resistant is something like Bitcoin. You put a CPU or a GPU, you're getting like, 1 kilohash or, 500 hashes versus 144 terahash. You can see the gap in power efficiency and everything between the miners. That is non-ASIC resistant. That's a full ASIC algorithm because they can shoot that gap. ASIC resistance just means they're a lot closer together, and Ethereum and Ethash was technically ASIC resistant. You can look that up on Google somewhere. I can't remember where they went through it all, but Ethash and Ethereum is an ASIC resistant algorithm. That's the misconception people don't realize, is it does keep ASICs not to the levels of like Cadena and stuff, which are fully ASIC algorithms compared to anything else. You can mine any algorithm with anything in theory as long as a miner is made to support it. It's just that it's not very efficient to mine like Cadena on a GPU or Bitcoin on a GPU or CPU. You can do it. It just doesn't make any sense to do it because of those efficient equipment out there. 2 gigabyte for the win. I remember mining ETH on a GT 1030. Yeah, imagine what were your yields then, Tech Man? What were you getting? Like 2 Ethereum a day? Like crazy. And that's the other thing we got. L7. So this is a big iffy right here. Someone asked me in Discord the other day. Actually, didn't ask me. They just asked Discord in general. How come some people are saying don't get an L7 anymore? Now, L7s are the king right now. Obviously, there's still people using L3 pluses, so obviously an L7 is still good. Now, we move on, like I said, so something's going to happen. I think around July, we're going to catch note of some new equipment. The L7's a couple of years old right now, so in theory, it should be considered old tech. Now, Bitmain's not jumping on obviously something to destroy their own miner. All they care about money. They're already running the market when it comes to script with the L7 because it is currently the king miner. But coming in July, I feel we're going to see a shift. Maybe some new equipment. It could be a new equipment for everything. We don't know at this point. But, we got the Locatech rumors floating around. We got the Ledger Stacks actually got delayed till June or July because they want to show it at this crypto conference coming up in July. There's a couple other things. The Jazzminer X16, it's delayed till June or July because it probably wants to be shown there. So everything that was supposed to come around March or May, everything's getting extended into June or July for this conference. So I feel at this conference... Oh, hold on. No. Oh, they are. So everyone that's... all this new hardware is probably going to start being revealed in July at this crypto conference. So that's the big up in the air. So what if Locatech does turn out to have something that may be legit? That's the big if. We have no idea. Obviously, I kind of hope it does, but at the same time, I hope it doesn't. Hear me out. So we have the L7. It's awesome. But the evolution of these script algorithms isn't really coming from halvings and all this. Yeah, Litecoin halves and so on. I don't think Doge halves. Majority of the profits does come from Doge. Cadena, for example, it doesn't have and stuff. But its own downfall is these mining hardware. Look at the Cadena hash rate with the KA3. It is exploding. That's exactly what happened with Bitcoin. It is not very profitable unless you have very cheap power because the hash rate is so darn high. And if we start seeing numbers which kind of sound insane, like Bitmain sounds like usually they drop one every 4 years just before the next bull run. 2024 is probably when we'll see the next big L7, most likely to be called the L9 or something. We don't know, but it's probably going to be a huge leap from the L7, like big numbers. I've heard some early leaks and numbers. I don't really believe them because they are too far-fetched. But in theory, if it's the same far-fetched as the L7 was when we first heard about it to the L3 Plus, that's an insane jump. And then those numbers start to sound a little more real. So that's the transition I'm talking about, where if the Locatech does end up becoming a thing in this conference or something, then somewhere by the end of the year, we may see a middle ground script miner drop from Bitmain because they're not going to stand their ground. They might drop something early and say, hey, buy our miner before that thing drops. because they want to get everyone's money. You got to keep, this is a competition. This is a marketing thing. Something this year is 2023 is probably going to be a crazy year for Script, I feel. I don't know why, but mostly it's because of this. And then if Bitmain drops a halfway point, then they're going to have another big beast that's going to set in 2024. That's going to make all these people buying up these miners. That hash rate is going to go through the roof, just like what we see with CKB and Cadena. And now the L7s aren't really looking too hot anymore. So this is kind of, we're up in the air right now. Is this thing's going to happen, or do we get an L7 right now while they're fairly cheap? That's a huge decision to think about right now with the upcoming rumors. So that's why I'm kind of like, have my foot on the brakes, because I've wanted an L7 forever. But if some of these rumors are turning out to be true, I don't want to touch an L7 because there's going to be some amazing hardware that's about to drop on us. So that's my definition of maybe why we should wait instead of getting an L7 right now. Or on top of it, the L7 might turn into, you know, maybe you'll pick it up for $2,000 because now they're not really that good. That's another thing. It might drop 50% in price because then Bitmain will just be like, get rid of these things. We got better stuff to ship out. So that's another option that could happen. What would you mine with a Jasminer X16? Well, pretty much anything. Currently right now with those miners, honestly, I got links to Jasminer in the description. If you're looking for an X16, be sure to use my link, RabidMining 1% off. But the X16 is crazy. Not even Bitmain is touching their efficiency. Now, Bitmain released the E9 Pro. Yes, it's, what is it, 2.6 or something at whatever hash rate. It's, I don't remember all the numbers on it, but the X16, it's the dominant one. It's just like what I went through with Script and all these other things. When the bull runs and stuff comes and the hash rate starts picking up, you're going to want the most efficient hardware. And the X16 is the Mac Daddy of ETC and Ethash. On top of that, it's got 8 gigabytes of VRAM. The E9 Pro only has 7, and everything else is around 5 to 6. So it's also got the largest amount of memory in it compared to the other miners. I do have a contact with Jasminer. I've been going back and forth. I'm waiting to hear back if they're going to add the ZIL support to the X16. They're working on it. They're saying they're trying to get it out and ready for it, but they still said they cannot confirm if it will work yet. So obviously it's still not working, or they would have said, yeah, it's working. But I'm still waiting to hear back. And when I hear all this information, I'll definitely let everyone know. But even if this thing can hit ZIL, it's going to be a beast on FW, ETC, everything out there. Is like, seriously, 1.8 gigahash. Most likely it's going to hit 2 gigahash. All the Jazz miners get a little more hash rate than they're reported or what they've been on their website. And it's only doing it at like 630 watts. Imagine 2 gigahash on 120 volt. And it's quiet as well as has Wi-Fi in this version. This thing is a beast miner that's set to drop. Absolutely awesome. Allegedly mine ships in June. Yeah, that's when they are. They're shipping in June now, the Jazz miners. It was supposed to be next month in May, but now they are shipping in June, and July is when that conference is. So they're shipping them out just before that conference and stuff hits. But it's going to be interesting. ZIL will become expensive. Yeah, ZIL mining. Everyone's getting on ZIL now these days because it's, you know, it just makes sense currently. So, you know, we definitely need ZIL to pump. Did you say S60? No, the X16. Here, I'll find a link for you guys here. Scrolling down. Miner Bros, Jungle Mining, Jazz Miners, right here. Copy. Cancel. Here's the link. Bam, bam. Does that link work? I'm going to click on it just to make sure. Yes, I clicked on it. It's loading up. Yeah, let's look at this thing. I was going to do a video on this thing soon. I probably should, but yeah, this thing's an absolute beast. I even worked it out. Like usually, you know, the efficiency differences between miners, you know, is like 5 years, 6 years. This thing actually covers its price over an E9 Pro in like less than a year. So this thing is a monster when it comes to efficiency. Let's go to Jazz Miner. Let's look at it. Not the Q. X16 right here. This guy. Oh my gosh, this thing is an absolute. Look at that. Here's the Wi-Fi antenna. You can see this one is Wi-Fi. It's also based on the Q design. So that means quiet. It's got the big fans. It's low quiet. It's supposed to be like 40 decibels. Normal talking is like 45 to 50 decibels. So it's less than just talking to people. The Jazz Miner, the Q version I have right now, very, very quiet. This will run on 120 as well as 240 volt. And what we got here? We got X16Q high through 3U server quiet, Wi-Fi, 1,845 mega hash. Crazy. Where's the power draw that this thing is saying? And here it's saying 630 watts. Like, that is crazy. 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now this is saying we got algorithm here of ETC hash. We also got ETH hash algorithm, ETC, ETF, ETP, EXP, Pearl, Digibytes, resource, everything here on them. FW mining. So this thing, it does it all. And obviously, if DOGEW does something, we will see DOGEW listed on this as well because that's an ETH hash coin. Yeah, I want 20 of these things maybe. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, absolute beast. And when these things drop, the hash rates are going to pick up. And it's going to come down to the same situation. You want efficiency over hash rate. So whatever you can get, the most amount of mega hash per watt used is the best way to go about it when you're looking for a miner. All right. A lot nicer than the T-Rank. Silence is very important. Jingle miner. I want one or two to have. Yeah, imagine. Just think about it. 2 of those things. 1.8. That is 3.6 gigahash. Now let's just compare that to the E9 Pro, for example. Let's just look at the E9 Pro. E9 Pro Bitmain. Let's do a quick comparison. This is 3.68 gigahash. 3.68 gigahash at 2200 watts. Now the other one is 1.84. And remember, I can't say it's going to do 2 gigahash. I'm guessing it most likely will, the Jazz Miner, because they do go higher. But we're going to go with 1.845 is what it was, times 2. That is 3.69. So slightly more hash if you were to get 2 of the X16s. But look at this, 630 times 2 is 1260 watts. 1260 watts, where the E9 Pro is 2200 watts. You can see here it's almost half the power for a little more hash rate if you had 2 of them. This is where I'm saying it's less than a year at the current price of the markets to cover its own power at my power price. It will cover the excess money, 3,000. Well, that's when this thing came out at like 3 or 4 or 1,200. I believe third parties now, you're never going to see that price again. Right now, we're looking at about $2,000, 2,000. Yeah, it looks like they're coming down a little bit here, actually. So $2,000 versus $3,000. So it's going to be $6,000 versus $4,000. So you're going to need $2,000 to make up the power difference. Let's go to what to mine, actually, and run these numbers right quick. Come into here, ding, ding, ding. So we're going 20. Oh, I got to put in both. I'm going to need my spreadsheet for this as well. See, this is why I wanted to wait and do a video and get all the numbers together. But let's just do this live, see what it looks like. So I'm going to go in, whatever, I'll just put it under Doge miners. Oh, everything's frozen. Stop. I need everything big. So I just take that. I'm going to go bold, 14. We'll go big here. So we're going to go E9 Pro. And also the E9 Pro is locked. Locked. You heard me. It will only mine on Antpool as well as Poolin, I believe it is. And why is that? Antpool is actually owned by Bitmain, and so are the other ones. And that's kind of the other thing here is they made this miner and locked it to their own frickin' pools. Poolin is a ex-Bitmain dev, so they figured out how to get their miner to work on their pool. Now, it does sound like FlexPool also opened up the ZIL mining stuff, so it does do that. It's given rejected shares, but it's actually finding ZIL rewards. There's still a whole bunch of up-in-the-air skepticism on everything. But E9, I don't know, Bitmain seems to be doing some shady things here. Regardless, we are going to look at this. All right, so where's the E9? Bitmain E9. So we're going to look at 2200 watts, 3.68 gigahash, 3.68 gigahash. So 3.68 gigahash, 2200 watts. All right, spread this out a little bit. Now we got the X16. Now we're going to go with times 2 of these, remember, because we're going to put them head to head. Times 2. So Jingle Mining has them currently for 3,099. So I'm just going to times that by 2. 3099 times 2. So that's 6198. 61.98. Okay, that, and this will be $2,000. Why is that doing that? So what that is, $2,000 currently, plus whatever shipping, third party. If you get in early access, it's looking like a pretty big gap right now. So it's probably not looking too hot at this moment. Now we're going to go 1.8, 1845 times 2 is 3.69. 3.69 gigahash. All right. So now we got to kind of plug these numbers into here. So currently in the down market, we got, let's go 3.68. 368, 2200 watts, 3680, 2200 watts, 11-cent power, current profit, current values, apply. So I don't know about UBIC. We're gonna go to, I guess we'll go to ETF is the current most profitable coin. That's crazy. That's crazy to think about. So we're gonna go 1030, 449, 1030 free, 1030, and then 4.49. That's before and after power. At my power price, 11 cents per kilowatt hour. So now we got to put in the Jazz miner ones, 3.69, 3.69. So 3690, 3690. And what was the power on that? 630 times 630 was 1220, I believe it was. Or 1260. So 1260, 1260. So now we got to calculate those numbers. So here at FW again, $6.99. So 1031, 699. 1031, 699. 10.31 dash 6.99. So the difference between the after power is 6.99 subtract 4.49, $2.50. So it's making an extra $2.50 per day based on efficiency. Now we need to go 61.98 subtract the 2,000. Now that's based on no shipping. Both of them would be up a bit more. So that's actually still an extra $4,100. That's quite a bit actually. Numbers changed since last time I did this. 41.98. Divide by 2.50 by 360. So that's actually now current prices is about 4.6 years to cover the difference. Based on current price. So that dropped quite a bit. It used to be less than a year, but I think the crypto prices and everything have gone down quite a bit there. So everything's looking a lot different. Where is this? Now, the other thing we got to take into account is what if hash rates and everything pick up? Both miners will obviously be making a lot less, and then efficiency numbers will gain larger gaps, I guess, to say, per se, type of thing. Poor people pay W when rich people pay once for every good device. Oh, fancy.
Who knows?
Yeah, I see. I would not buy them ever. It's a huge red flag on the phone. You're on the phone? On the phone what? Jingle mining? I feel they're doing what providers are doing. They're locking your provider. What are we talking about? BitBoy is saying SBF tied to Doge. I highly doubt. I haven't listened to BitBoy for some time. I remember a while back how you were saying, oh, he talks to every large bank and everyone he knows is totally invested in XRP and blah, blah. Like he was all in, and then all of a sudden nothing. And then you look back at the SBF thing. He was 100% promoting the crap out of FTX. And then all this happened. He turns into Mr. Freedom Fighter. So I don't listen to anything he says. The egg size is 2 gigabytes. On what? DOGEW? It's 2 gigabytes? Is that what you're saying? Is that what Nordal Rent and Denny? Are you saying I just put my Apollo V1 Mini Classic on DOGEW. DOGEW, awesome, hitting it up too. So the DAG size is 2 gigabytes. Is that the DOGEW thing? I was assuming that's what we're talking about. 84. How many addresses do we got? Oh, we're at 84 addresses totally on DOGEW pool. That means we got what? 16 addresses left for the top 100. But again, I don't know if it's top 100 now or that's something else. There's way too much information missing out of those articles. How long? Oh, wow. We've been here for quite some time, guys. So, or first addresses. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was the first addresses. That's why I'm on it. But we'll just have to wait and see if that's what it actually is or not. It'll be interesting. If they hit 100 addresses, there's going to be an announcement saying, we have hit the 100 addresses. So we have to wait and see if that's a thing or not. Anyway, guys, we are going to have to wrap this one up. We've been here for quite some time. I appreciate everyone for showing up for this live stream. I will see you guys all in the next one.
Rabid out.